So basically, the premise is no money, no mansion, and no butler. What is Batman without all these things? Is he still Batman? Well, I'll tell you one thing. He's still absolutely brutal. Probably even more so. The story picks up with Alfred, but in this timeline, he seems to be some sort of badass assassin, taking orders from someone named Julia, only spoken to on the phone. And he's back in Gotham. But at the same time, the city is being overrun by a new gang. They're called the Party Animal Gang, and they don't mess about. Alfred parks up at one of his safe houses to prepare for the upcoming mission. Hopefully his bike doesn't get robbed, but it's fucking Gotham, mate. He rolls in and the walls are packed from floor to ceiling with more firepower than if the Punisher went crazy and started doomsday prepping. He opens his laptop to his new assignment. Gather information on the new gang, but do not engage. But he's also warned of a new player in town, so keep an eye out for him. He's locked and loaded and ready to go. His bike got fucking robbed. Of course it did. Over across town, we get our first glimpse at the big man himself. Bruce Wayne is training on the punching bag at his local gym, and he's an absolute unit. Fella's built like a brick shithouse. He's hitting the bag like it's gonna fight back, but in his mind, he's only thinking about one thing. Back to the worst day of his life. He's with his dad at the zoo. They're talking about which movie they're going to see tonight. Until... oh god. Fella actually punched the bag so hard it broke and all the sand came spilling out. He owes the gym owner Waylon a new bag now. The man needs a new lifestyle too, if you ask me. A less reptilian based one anyway. Later, the news is going over the brutal murders that the new gang has been committing. Hacking people apart with machetes, torturing them, and just being outright arseholes. Later, Jim Gordon is giving a speech to the locals of Gotham, assuring them that they will be safe under his new regime. But they're not feeling it, and they don't believe him at all. Everyone is scared right now with these crazy lunatics running around. And up above the courthouse, Alfred watches on at the chaos. And there's about to be even more, as the party animals have just arrived, and they're about to kick things into gear. But he has strict orders. Do not engage. While everyone is still arguing, a flashbang rings out. The party is finally started, and they're only there for one man. Hi Jimmy. Bye Jimmy. Jim is hit but still alive. The gang are about to let loose until they're all grabbed back outside suddenly by someone or something. They peek outside and there's dozens of them. They need to secure the door. Whatever you hear, do not open this door. The real party has just started. They spot a shadowy figure hanging from the roof of City Hall and begin firing. They've made their bed now. They're about to lie in it. He uses his cape as an extra appendage basically. It can stretch, pull, punch, even maim. Wait! He can also use his cape for a bit of leverage too. Alfred can't believe his eyes. Who is this giant of a man? Well, let's see what he can really do now, as dozens more party animals arrive on the scene. He pulls out his ears and launches them at the would-be criminals. He seems to be trained in every form of martial arts too. MMA, Muay Thai, BJJ. But what Alfred notices is that he loves a punch. He's a striker above all else. That's where the real power lies. He seems to love his work, breaking bones, leaving them bloody, but missing every major artery. No fatality. Not one. He's doing fine right now, but a huge man a part of the gang with a meat cleaver wants a big slice of the bat. And he's about to get what he asked for, and more. Batman takes out what seems to be a sword hilt type of stick thing and attaches it to his logo and creates the sickest battle axe I've ever seen in my life. The man runs at him ready to kill. And just like that, his hand is gone. He informs the man that the hospital is 3 blocks away, but can't remember whether it's east or west. Better hurry though, his time is running out. And he gives a warning to the rest of them. He's given them one chance to get out of his way. They take one look at him and bolt. But Bruce is an efficient man. Of course he has a trap set up for this exact scenario. Alfred moves in as the smoke clears. Sneaking up on the giant man, he can take his head off before he even moves. Bruce takes his gun and leaves. The next day, everyone in Gotham is having the same thought. Who is the Batman? But Alfred knows the truth. His real name is Bruce Wayne. He hides it well, but not well enough. He's 24 and he grew up in Crime Alley. His mom is a social worker, dad's a teacher. Smart in school. They're a genius actually. Engineering prodigy creating a collapsible bridge in 5th grade in case of disasters in the shape of a bat wing. The prize for the winner was to win a trip for his whole class to the Gotham Zoo, where it all started. At the zoo that day, gunfire rung in the air. Bruce and his classmates ran for their lives, while his teacher, aka his dad, directed them inside a nearby building, ensuring they were all safe, locking the door behind them, leaving him outside. Bruce, whatever you hear, do not open this door. After that day, he lost himself a bit, but eventually got back and made his way to college football until he got an injury and he had to stop playing. But Alfred looked into it and his injury wasn't enough to retire. But Bruce knew better. He was saving his body for something more. He then went on to study mechanics, chemistry, criminal psychology, socio-cultural history, military theory, preparing for everything. And then he came back home and worked the power grid, then sanitation, then he interned at City Hall, until eventually becoming an engineer, learning the ins and outs of every nook and cranny of a city. He's a crusader, but everyone has a weakness, and his weakness is sitting on his front porch right now. His mother. Later, Alfred finds his lair. It's on top of an unused skyscraper looking over the city. He sneaks in, but the big man is waiting with an even bigger gun. But Alfred knows he doesn't kill, so he 100% won't shoot. All Alfred hears next is his gun falling by his side, and then the roar. The roar of his own damn bike. He eventually crawls to his feet with a face full of tiny batarangs. Batman just jumped off a skyscraper with a motorbike. What the f... Later, Alfred is patched up, and he's receiving more orders from his mysterious employer. She's reminding him of his old target that got away. He trained with Henry Ducard in France, then killed him. He trained with the League of Assassins, then killed them. He's been in the wind ever since. But now he's just appeared for the first time in years. He's one of the richest men on the planet. But something's wrong with the guy. Nobody's ever seen him laugh, or even crack a smile. That's why they call him the Joker. Well everyone, I really hope you enjoyed that. That was Absolute Batman #1. It's a retelling of Batman's origin in Scott Snyder's own way. I really enjoyed it. I like the little mix up and the way he has no money and everything is backwards in his life. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you want me to continue this series or do you absolutely hate it? Please let me know down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.